but I do not deny my faith. That's an even bigger sin. You know, it's not popular in my industry, but, you know, I cannot deny my faith. It's important for me to share that with people.
There's a saying, when the devil ignores you, then you know you're doing something wrong. Wait a minute, I'm not done now. You know, the devil goes, oh no, leave him alone. He's my favorite. right.
Business partners with Diddy. Have you spoken to him since the incident went down?
I have not. I just know what a devout Christian and father he is, and obviously if he would do anything to protect his children.
So why do you need a black director? Could a white director not have?
It's not color, it's culture.
And women, black, white, yellow, green, and blue, started talking back, and it was interesting. We were cutting the film.
The Hollywood machine might just be trembling as two of Tinseltown's most iconic powerhouses, Mark Wahlberg and Denzel Washington, are reportedly taking aim at the industry's so-called woke agenda.
I think it comes down to...
I got the touch.
You got the power, baby. But, you know, there's a lot of things, you know.
Rumors are swirling that these A-listers are fed up with the increasingly politicized atmosphere in Hollywood, and they're not afraid to speak out, even if it means putting their careers on the line. From whispers of secret sacrifices to explosive accusations against the industry's elite, Wahlberg and Washington are allegedly pulling back the curtain on what really goes on behind the scenes.
See, people, first of all, they say in Hollywood, like that's a place. We're in the movie business, and we live in Los Angeles. But I'm not in Hollywood.
Could this be the beginning of the end for Hollywood as we know it? Buckle up, because this story is about to get wild. So we all know Denzel and Mark are one of the most beloved actors of this industry. However, with love, they have gone through many hardships, and it is pretty much sure that they must have inside knowledge about the secret agendas of this industry. Mark Wahlberg has really moved on from his rapper days. In fact, he's so not into it that he's actually telling fans to chill by watching his old music videos. It's not like Wahlberg is trying to hide his past, but he's just not feeling too proud of it. In a 2016 interview with Men's Fitness, he straight up said, "I look back at it now and I'm like, what the hell was I doing? Talk about a major throwback cringe."
It's all the mistakes, it's all the failures, it's all the losses that make you understand and grow and, you know, just hopefully get it right the next time around.
Before earning his stripes as an Academy Award nominee, Mark Wahlberg was rocking a whole different persona. In those days, he went by Marky Mark, and together with the Funky Bunch, he was making waves as a chart-topping rapper. Believe it or not, Mark Wahlberg was not just a Hollywood star, but a legit rapper who had a massive hit. To get the full picture of how Marky Mark wound up making it big in music, we need to head back to when the rapper was an early member of one of the biggest boy bands to ever grace the stage. This was back in the 80s, the decade preceding the one that sent Wahlberg into the stratosphere.
It's about that time to break forth the rhythm and the rhyme.
In the early stages of New Kids on the Block, Mark Wahlberg was a member of the group alongside his brother Donnie. This was an interesting lineup, but it was not the one that would go on to sell millions of records. Eventually, Mark would depart the group, and once the classic lineup was put together, the group eventually broke out. In the 80s and early 90s, New Kids on the Block dominated the music scene, unleashing a series of chart-topping hits that propelled them to superstardom. Their influence extended beyond music, with the band having their own toys, a dedicated hotline, and even an animated series, solidifying their ubiquitous presence. Meanwhile, amidst the band's meteoric rise, Mark Wahlberg was diligently honing his rap skills, biding his time for an opportunity to shine. The turning point came when a familiar face played a crucial role in catapulting Marky Mark to household fame. Once in the spotlight, there was no turning back for the burgeoning star.
I'm back, and Boogie Nights too. Burt Reynolds keeps grabbing me and ripping the makeup. I'm like, fuck you, I damn it. We're doing that scene where I'm telling him it's my big dick.
With his brother's success and New Kids on the Block paving the way, new opportunities unfolded for Marky Mark. In the burgeoning rap scene, still in its early stages, there was ample room for someone with the right vibe to make a significant impact. Marky Mark seized this chance when he released Good Vibrations, a track that catapulted him to immense fame. Interestingly, Good Vibrations has become a universally recognized song today. However, for younger listeners, the realization that it's a Mark Wahlberg song may not be immediate given the passage of time since its release. Yet for those who experienced its peak popularity, the song remains unforgettable. Although many associate Mark's rap career primarily with Good Vibrations, it's worth noting that he had more than one hit, according to Billboard. Apart from the iconic track, Marky Mark's song Wild Side also secured a spot in the top 10 on the Hot 100, adding another success to his rap portfolio. Despite the initial chart success, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch's reign at the top was short-lived. Following a pattern reminiscent of artists like Vanilla Ice, it became evident that the group wouldn't reclaim their former glory once the initial fervor subsided. In their brief but impactful run, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch produced 2 albums, both achieving gold status, according to Billboard. While Mark Wahlberg's rap days are firmly in the past, these achievements underscore his notable success in the broader context of his career.
Some Bobby socks and no girl was free to come prom time. Everybody was on the line.
Speculation has often swirled about the possibility of a reunion, with fans eagerly anticipating the gang's return, even for a single show. However, despite occasional rumors, there seems to be no reunion on the horizon. In 2013, talk surfaced about a potential comeback, but this never materialized. Wahlberg, it seems, has chosen to leave his Marky Mark persona firmly in the past. This decision aligns with his efforts to distance himself from the bad boy image that initially propelled him to fame in the 90s. One of his fans wrote, "I really admire his loyalty to the guys that have had his back since he was a kid." Another one added, "Mark is very articulate, but he was always funny. I really never dug his work, to be honest. But the thing is, now that I'm older, I'm learning to appreciate a lot of things that life's funny that way as the years go by. I see a lot of that from him. He knows he's very lucky to be so blessed."
Oh, the youth is wasted on the young. You always want to go back and do something different, or you want to just shake them and tell them, no, don't do this.
Mark Wahlberg ventured into the rap scene during the early 1990s as a member of Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Following the group's dissolution, Wahlberg pursued a solo rap career, culminating in the release of the album Music for the People in 1997, which unfortunately flopped commercially. Reflecting on that period, Wahlberg has expressed regret, acknowledging his youthful naivety. In a 2010 interview with GQ, he admitted, "I was young and dumb and thought I knew everything." Today, Wahlberg has successfully transitioned into a multifaceted career as an actor, producer, and businessman, with the roles of husband and father adding to his accomplishments. His rap endeavors are firmly relegated to the past. While some speculate that Wahlberg might wish to erase the Funky Bunch era from memory, there's no indication that mentioning it would lead to any adverse consequences in his current career. Unlike Cuba Gooding Jr., who faced credibility issues due to accusations, there is no evidence that Wahlberg has labeled anyone a liar or made threats related to his past in the music industry. Notably, Queen Latifah, having initially been recognized as a rap artist, doesn't seem to derive any benefits from her connection to Jamie Foxx. Although some may use the term Marky Mark in a somewhat disparaging manner, it hasn't impacted Wahlberg's standing in the film industry. In essence, Wahlberg's earlier financial success and encounters with a more indulgent lifestyle during his rap career have become a chapter firmly closed.
For me, that's like, I have to do them justice. You know, I have a job and a responsibility to get it right and handle it with the sensitivity that it deserves. So when making those...
Mark Wahlberg made the decision to step away from his rap career due to a lack of confidence in his abilities. Recognizing that he wasn't satisfied with his proficiency in rapping, he chose to redirect his focus towards acting. Despite achieving multiple top 10 hits on the Billboard Hot 100, Wahlberg ultimately decided to leave the rap scene, emphasizing his commitment to pursuing a career in acting. Despite his initial charting successes, Wahlberg chose a different path, leaving his rap career behind. Wahlberg reflects on the alternate trajectory his career might have taken if he had stuck to his initial plan of becoming a full-time rapper. Despite achieving popularity as the singer of Good Vibrations and being a prominent figure in the 90s rap scene, Wahlberg eventually transitioned into a highly successful acting career. Despite his accomplishments in acting, Wahlberg contemplates the different choices he could have made during his younger years, pondering how his career path might have diverged if he had continued down the route of a full-time rapper.
Or seeing Bill Long's reaction to Father Stu. Those are the things. That's you know, my reward for the work that we did.
While the departed star was making a move to Hollywood, Eminem had made his debut, and by the time he retired, the 8 Mile star cemented his name on the list of the best rappers. An interview with IGN recently resurfaced on the internet where Wahlberg was asked if he thinks he could have been Eminem if he had not retired, to which he replied, "Could I have been Eminem? I certainly hope not. I like Eminem. I think Eminem's really talented, but I'm trying to go a completely different route," he further quoted, saying that he and Eminem have completely different tastes. "I love my mother, man. Are you crazy? No, I can't be a bad influence on anybody, but I think there's a lot more to what he does than that. There's certainly a shock value that's kind of gotten him to a certain place, but the guy's got a lot of talent. It's just, I came from the real thing, and I was trying desperately to get away from that." While Mark Wahlberg's music career didn't unfold as he had initially envisioned, he holds no regrets about using music as a means of self-expression. However, when comparisons arose between him and Eminem, particularly due to their shared white backgrounds and Eminem's troubled past, Wahlberg took a stance against such associations. Wahlberg actively sought to distance himself from Eminem, disliking the notion of being viewed as a performer who relies on shock value. In contrast, Wahlberg aimed to convey meaningful messages through his work in the entertainment industry. Rather than seeking controversy, he wanted his contributions to resonate with both critics and fans, emphasizing substance and a positive impact in his artistic endeavors. Mark Wahlberg made a decisive move away from the music industry before his career had the chance to fully take off, ultimately proving to be a successful decision in the long run. Wahlberg, now recognized as one of the highest-paid actors of his generation, left behind a multi-year contract with his record company, rendering him unable to secure representation with another label until that contractual commitment concluded. This contractual constraint became the catalyst for change in Wahlberg's career, leading to his departure from the music industry.
I'm a successful actor. I wanted to stay away from all that stuff because it was very hard for actors, musicians, and people like that to be taken seriously in the film world.
Yeah, right.
But times have changed, and
reflecting on his decision, Wahlberg cited the challenges he faced in the music world due to his association with his brother's group and his troubled past. In an interview with IGN, he explained his reluctance to follow the common practice among rappers of openly discussing their troubled backgrounds to boost their careers. Wahlberg chose not to promote his troubled past, emphasizing a different approach to his public image and creative expression. Wahlberg went on saying, "Then when it came out, it was like, oh, this kid is a monster. So acting was the last thing I wanted to do. I was put in a position by my record company and kind of pushed in a direction that I didn't want to go, obviously for their financial benefit. So I said I was going to wait out my contract, which would have taken 6 years. Rather than waiting out a multi-year contract or producing albums that didn't align with his artistic vision, Mark Wahlberg made a career pivot to become an actor. However, this doesn't entirely rule out the possibility of Wahlberg making a return to the hip-hop scene. He has acknowledged that, under the right circumstances, he might be open to rapping again. "Give me 2 days to rehearse," Wahlberg stated. "I can just get back into the swing of things. I need to just hear it and feel it." Now, after leaving the rapping, he got into acting and business. And when we talk about business in the industry, the first name our mind catches is Diddy's. Yes, he joined hands with Diddy, and his fans believe that's when everything got messed up. Mark Wahlberg and Sean Combs embarked on a unique business venture by investing in Aqua Hydrate, a high-performance alkaline water brand. This collaboration, popular in the United States, aimed to launch in the UK by the end of February 2018. Wahlberg played a significant role in bringing the product to the UK market and actively promoted it on social media.
What's the symbol for water?
Albuquerque. H2O. H2O. I was late on the buzzer.
He came after the buzzer.
Okay, so I'll pick one.
And we know Diddy is a disguised businessman, and this industry never works without getting any benefit. So this is what they did with Mark as well. But if you think this is the only crime they can do, think again until you hear Denzel Washington, because he revealed some really ugly agendas. From HT to many gruesome crimes, Oprah was first in the list. In a recent turn of events, Oprah garnered attention as Denzel Washington addressed and brought to light her purported reprehensible actions. Denzel delved into a range of allegations, including human trafficking and usurping roles. Nevertheless, Oprah appears to be someone unwilling to passively witness the unfolding events. Currently, it seems she is countering Denzel, possibly with a hint of intimidation, reminiscent of her actions in the past. Amidst these accusations, certain Twitter users began asserting that Oprah's residence in Boca Raton, Florida, had been raided in connection to a global trafficking ring. Supporters of this claim cited Oprah's previous associations with sex offenders Harvey Weinstein, and Jeffrey Epstein. Adding to this alarming rumor, Twitter posts propagated the idea that Oprah had been apprehended under suspicion of participating in global trafficking. However, the seemingly bizarre nature of this assertion is due to its lack of truth. Obviously, these rumors are beyond ridiculous, but Oprah felt the need to clear the air anyway. Just got a phone call that my name is trending and being trolled for some awful fake thing. It's not true, she wrote on Twitter. Haven't been raided or arrested, just sanitizing and self-distancing with the rest of the world. Stay safe, everybody. The enigmatic nature of Hollywood is as intriguing as a magician's hat, filled with peculiarities and concealed treasures. From glamorous parties to occasional scandals involving A-listers and the persistent efforts to discreetly handle certain film projects, it's evident that the entertainment industry harbors more secrets than a hidden treasure map. And of course, one cannot overlook the nuanced skill of artist management, akin to the challenging task of herding cats in the world of Hollywood.
A Hollywood trainer was talking to me to force me to go and apologize, right?
Well, it appears that those who dared to speak about the legendary actor might have felt the icy winds of disapproval from some of Hollywood's elite. Recently, Mel Gibson has been toiling away on a rather controversial movie, and the latest buzz is quite the showstopper. Word on the street is that the film has achieved a jaw-dropping milestone, breaking the $150 million barrier at the box office, and its meteoric rise seems far from running out of steam.
And they don't have a lot of 3D special effects, but they do operate on a higher level.
Despite the persistent efforts of woke Hollywood and the liberal news media to put a damper on things, this film has not only recouped its production costs, but has managed to bankroll a whopping tenfold return. It's now etching its name in the annals of box office history as one of the most astonishing triumphs of all time. It's absolutely mind-boggling how Hollywood is seemingly going all out to give this movie the cold shoulder. The movie has seemingly reignited the spotlight on Hollywood, and it's raising eyebrows all around. One notable figure finding themselves under the magnifying glass is none other than Oprah Winfrey. You might remember her lavish $40 million contribution to the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls in South Africa, a school that comes equipped with some rather luxurious extras, including a yoga studio and beauty salon.
If you now seize the opportunity, and that's why this is such a victory. Tomorrow, you will hear me doing the dance because it's a victory.
In a startling turn of events, whispers began to circulate that mere months after the school's grand opening, the dorm matron faced arrest on charges of SA several 7th and 8th graders. Oprah, it said, distanced herself from the situation, and there were murmurs of her pointing fingers at the school administration, alleging a cover-up and pledging to pursue justice to the fullest. These revelations have cast an unforgiving spotlight on the murkier aspects of philanthropic endeavors and have ignited concerns about how the industry deals with such grave issues. She said, "I wanted to hire an independent team because my experience with child predators is that no one ever abuses just one child." The accused, Tiny Virginia Makopo, was cleared of all 14 charges against her after a magistrate ruled that the case was unproven and the pupils' testimonies lacked corroboration. Makopo firmly maintains her innocence and claims that she was wrongfully ensnared in this conspiracy. The incident has raised questions about the reliability of the allegations and the need for a fair and comprehensive investigation. According to her, "I do not know what steps I am going to take right now, but life for me for the past 3 years was nothing but hell," she told the Times of South Africa today. "I have been struggling. This case has left me humiliated, broke, and unemployed." The 9 alleged victims were aged between 13 and 15 when they made their claims against Makopo, who was also accused of assaulting one of the teenagers, as well as a fellow supervisor. Winfrey had called the allegations crushing, especially because of her own stated history, OFCSA, and promised an overhaul of the school. She made her unhappiness with the verdict clear. There are sources that suggest Hollywood's elites will go to great extremes to maintain control over artists. Jamie Foxx, in particular, has been vocal about this issue. He revealed the existence of strange and obscene parties hosted by the elites, shedding light on their alleged tactics to exert influence and control.
And it's a pool party that is ridiculous, man. And I look up and I see Dr. Ruth. I don't know if you know who that is.
The sex?
The sex lady.
The video quickly went viral, drawing widespread attention, but it also caused trouble between Jamie and the elites. Jamie claimed that he recorded and documented these events in the video. The revelations in the video have left people both captivated and concerned about what might have been happening behind the scenes at these events. According to Jamie Foxx, these gatherings were anything but your typical soirees. They allegedly held a specific and rather unsettling purpose. It's been said that Hollywood elites meticulously arranged these events with a clear agenda to manipulate artists who stood their ground against their sway or rejected their demands. The elites, it is claimed, would entice these artists into attending these gatherings, using them as a way to exercise their influence and establish control over them.
The reality of it is that you are clearing up rooms that have just had sex parties, orgies, prostitutes, coke residue on the tables the next day.
However, many people suggested that the TV host is the main force behind all such crimes. But when she addressed the issue, she categorically denied all the allegations against her and apparently threw the dirty laundry to Denzel. "I did stupid things like drinking detergent and all that kind of crazy stuff that you do when you're trying to get attention when you're really just trying to cry for help," she told Morgan. However, Denzel's fan base is so strong that they never believed Oprah. One of them wrote, "She is all about herself. What about the people in Hawaii that lost their homes and historical monuments of the people of Hawaii? Did you open your doors to the misplaced families?" Another one added, "People, don't you see all those black actors that are very famous in Hollywood? Don't you see how she wants to bring them down? That's why they are fighting back at her, because they are looking at the injustice she's doing to them." One more person added, "Power will always corrupt the selfish, greedy, and weak-minded." And it is very natural for his fans to believe him, as he has shed light on some really very serious actions taking place in the industry. These claims extend beyond mere disgruntled remarks from individuals nursing grievances. Rather, they purportedly originate from revelations made by prominent figures in Hollywood, such as Oprah. Those who have earned top accolades and mingled with influential players in the industry are allegedly exposing a darker side to the entertainment business that remains hidden from an outsider's view. Supposedly, reaching the pinnacle of the industry exacts a toll nearly equivalent to the very essence of their lives. The narrative takes a more unsettling turn, proposing that those attempting to regain a sense of normalcy often face severe consequences. An increasing number of these luminaries in the entertainment industry are now stepping forward to share their distressing experiences and the horrors witnessed within the realm of entertainment. Hollywood, it appears, conceals stories that go beyond the glitz and glamour, challenging preconceived notions and prompting a reconsideration of what truly unfolds behind the scenes. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.